Our Earth is in danger. Global warming is real. The ample amount of evidence is unimaginable. This horror cannot be dismissed. Based on my own personal research, as well as professionals that are unbiased, shows that the main factor of global warming is number 1, animal agriculture, number 2, methane gas, number 3, palm oil, number 4, transportation emissions. Global warming will only cease noticeability in the next few months if each human resorts to eating plant foods rather than eating any sentient beings. There are already studies that show that we will have fishless oceans by 2040 if we continue to deplete the natural oceans by eating fish at the same rate that currently exists. The amount of global warming will only continue to hurt us. We can change this though. We can change by just one simple choice. This simple choice will allow humans in China to not have to wear masks over their mouths each time they desire to be in nature. If we change our perception that money is more important than our own health, the planet we live on, and the animals we live among, we will thrive. Our planet can become as it was before humans decided to take up 98% along with the animals that they have made as food on this living mass when we used to only take up 1%. What I'm about to share will change your mindset, for most of us are unaware of the increasing ability of global warming. In our lifetime, our Earth will suffer unless we all choose to make a difference. We search for life outside of Earth and for places that we can breathe without full body suits for the main purpose of knowing that we won't be able to live here much longer. We've only been around for a fraction of time, yet somehow we've completely destroyed this Earth up to 99% more than any other being that have ever inhabited this planet. This I will continue to share. This is a scary fact. Now tell me, will you make the change or simply watch this Earth vanish in front of you? As deforestation, overpopulation, poverty, world hunger, and species extinction continues.
So my calculations are that without using any gas or oil or fuel ever again from this day forward, that we would still exceed our maximum carbon equivalent greenhouse gas emissions, the 565 gigatons, by the year 2030, without the electricity sector even, or energy sector even factored in the equation, all simply by raising and eating livestock.
If you reduce the amount of methane emissions, the level in the atmosphere goes down fairly quickly, and within decades, as opposed to CO2. If you reduce the emissions to the atmosphere, you don't really see a signal in the atmosphere for 100 years or so.
Single largest contributor to every known environmental ill known to humankind: deforestation, land use, water scarcity, the destabilization of communities, world hunger. The list doesn't stop. It's an environmental disaster that's being ignored by the very people who should be championing.
Free-living animals 10,000 years ago, made up 99% of the biomass. And human beings, we only made up 1% of the biomass. Today, only 10,000 years later, which is really just a fraction of time, we human beings and the animals that we own as property make up 98% of the biomass, and wild, free-living animals make up only 2%. We've basically completely stolen the world, the Earth, from free-living animals to use for ourselves and our cows and pigs and chickens and factory-farmed fish, and the oceans have been even more devastated.
Concerned researchers of the loss of species agree that the primary cause of loss of species on our Earth that we're witnessing is due to overgrazing and habitat loss from livestock production on land, and by overfishing, which I call fishing, in our oceans.
We're in the middle of the largest mass extinction of species in 65 million years. The rainforest is being cut down at the rate of an acre per second. And the driving force behind all of this is animal agriculture, cutting down the forest to graze animals and to grow soybeans. genetically engineered soybeans to feed to the cows and pigs and chickens and factory farmed fish.
91% of the loss of rainforest in the Amazon area thus far to date, 91% that's been destroyed is due to raising livestock.
I found out that 1/4 pound hamburger requires over 660 gallons of water to produce. Here I've been taking these short showers trying to save water, and to find out just eating one hamburger is the equivalent of showering 2 entire months. So much attention is given to lowering our home water use, yet domestic water use is only 5% of what is consumed in the US versus 55% for animal agriculture. That's because it takes upwards of 2,500 gallons of water to produce 1 pound of beef.
After watching these clips, I hope you learned something, and hopefully I've changed your mindset on global warming. Hopefully I've given you hope for now. You know that this change lies within you, and the start to anything only takes one person. So never say that just one person doesn't make a difference. Unless you truly believe that Martin Luther King didn't make a difference. Unless you truly believe that Rosa Parks didn't make a difference. Unless you truly believe that you are useless. Because let me tell you, you are not. What will you choose? Thank you for listening. Bye.